But let me also ask Darryl and Bob to comment specifically about the topic of non-serialized assets here as well, and how that actually plays a role in this.
So, you mentioned the word mission critical, and we're dealing with military mission critical assets that are required to accomplish real important tasks. But as far as non-serially managed, you know, from a UC Web or an A2B perspective, that material is handled a little differently as far as reporting is concerned. However, it's all, the roads are all shaped out in UC Web to enable our users to get that data also to the IRAPT. Whether you're reporting receipt of that non-serially managed asset material, or you're managing serially managed assets, just barcoded assets, not necessarily UID'd assets. We have those capabilities right in the system. But I just want to mention, Pete, that with this deadline coming down, it really intensifies the activities around property management, of course, with the mission criticality of these assets that we're mentioning for the military, and it really drives home the fact that you need a system and a company that can really help out with the identify, mark, and track methodology, so that when this fiscal year 2018 deadline comes about and this financial audit starts up on some of these assets, you've got answers when people come knocking.
Right.
And is it safe to say that UC Web is prepared to handle all these different transaction types to support the user base? And if you could comment, just a little bit from a product management standpoint, how?
Sure. I mean, UC Web, as a property management system, is capable. It supports the complete and comprehensive property record. The management of these records, whether it be from at your desk or in the field. As you mentioned marking data capture, which we've been all over the world throughout the years here at A2B helping out. But yeah, it's capable. It handles all the important data points. All the necessary data points called out in the FIAR clauses. Also, not only is it capable of handling the most important data points, but we've obviously extended the capabilities to absorb even more information about assets, so that not only are you tracking the important pedigree data about them, where they are, a unique identifier, serial number, stuff like that, but you can also track the entire, the asset of the material throughout its entire life cycle, and directly report that back to government systems such as the IUID registry, the IRAPT, and PCARs as well.
Right. Whatever formats they're looking for, and they're different. They use XML, they use flat files, etc. UC Web just takes care of all of those things for you. You don't have to deal with those different file types and transfers.
There's some users out there that might say, well, why would I go with UC Web when I can just use the IRAPT or the registry? Well, again, the use of auto ID technology is the real sweet spot with our application. The ability to capture information and push it right into our application with the click of a button versus sitting there hand typing things is essential. Nobody wants to sit there, and put in all the labor and time involved in hand entering data. So UC Web takes care of that on the asset management side, as well as on the IUID data collection side.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, because this is not just a story of making sure our community understands this is about high quality data, but it also is about avoiding redundancies in data entry, or eliminating the potential for errors in moving around spreadsheet data, right? But having one consolidated area where all this information can be maintained consistently, so that when it comes to government reporting, it is all maintained in the same area, while achieving all the audit readiness and the audit records for when DCMA pays a visit.